What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about Dark Dimension, but we're going to talk about specifically Dark Dimension Global. Last week we made a video about Dark Dimension and a change of plans that we should consider, and a lot of people called me crazy. Some people were calling me crazy, not everyone, of course, not everyone, but some people were calling me crazy by considering taking the Cabal into Dark Dimension 7. And my reason why to take the Cabal to Dark Dimension 7, it's not only they are some of the best characters to use in Cosmic Crucible. You can check out also one of my recent videos, the video uploaded yesterday about the Cabal in Cosmic Crucible as a team, but also individually. And because these characters have so much value, and some of them also have value in Alliance Wars, then it's a good idea to invest on them for Dark Dimension 7, because many times, and most of the times, if not all the times, you want to make sure that you are investing on War characters and Cosmic Crucible characters, because usually those are the characters that they have the longest shelf life. While raid characters usually have a shelf life of 9 months to a year, War characters and Cosmic Crucible characters, they usually last for multiple years. For example, Weapon X is still a good team, and this is 3 or 4 years after that team was released. So in this video we are going to address once again the Cabal as an option for Dark Dimension 7, and we're gonna take a look at footage of Dark Dimension 6 with this team in action. And we're gonna break down all the information that you need to know in order for you to make this decision and see if it's gonna be important for you or not. And we are doing this because you need to buy those uniques, centerpiece uniques, and so on. So the faster you do it, the better. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so taking a look at Cabal, one of the good things about Cabal right away is that they are of 3 different types. We have 1 tech, we have 1 bio, we have 1 mutant. And this is important when you're making a decision for Dark Dimension, because you want to have 1 character of each type to lower the strain on acquiring the gear for Dark Dimension. Some of these uniques are also not super important, so Titanium Alloy, Gamma Radiation, and Promethium. These uniques are also somewhat easy to invest on these characters, because we don't have a lot of legendary characters that require these uniques as well. And like I said before, this is already a 3-piece team that you can use all on the same section, right? Because they're all global. Now, on top of that, they also have synergies with villains, with all kinds of villains, especially if you maximize by having 1 protector and 1 brawler and so on. If you have 1 of each type, then you're going to get even more benefits. But overall, the leader is going to provide you more crit chance, more block chance, and more crit damage as well. And the same goes for Iron Patriot. He provides more damage if they have vulnerability, and Namor is going to provide barrier and armor and so on. So overall, if you have these characters together, great. If you have even more global villains, the better. Now, taking a look at global and at villains, we have a few good options, and this might change around the priorities that we had in the past. So it all depends if you want to follow this path or not, right? If you want to follow this path of using villain global characters or not. So popular villain global characters that you can use for Dark Dimension 7, we have Titania, we have Lady Deathstrike, we have Nemesis. Nemesis is actually very strong together with Cabal. Lady Deathstrike as well, but not as much. Then we have Dark Beast, Agatha, Sabretooth. Those are lesser options. And we might have a rework in the future of Melon Pryor and Mr. Sinister, not confirmed yet, but we definitely have a lot of villain characters that we could use for global. But once again, the main options I would recommend would be or Lady Deathstrike or Nemesis to have the synergy. You could also take Abomination, but Abomination requires also gamma radiation, so you want to avoid that as much as possible, while Nemesis uses carbonadium and Lady Deathstrike uses adamantium. And in both City and Cosmic, we are not going to use any characters with those uniques, so we are safe to take these characters. Next patch, we have 2 upcoming teams, but it seems like all those teams are going to be hero. So we don't know for sure if this is going to change the plan or not, but it's something that we are going to evaluate in the future. But overall, this seems like it's going to be a very good combo for you to use in Dark Dimension. So with this said, let's take a look at some gameplay, and then we'll have a final conclusions about this topic. So let's take a look at this team in action. This was recorded on my live stream on Monday. And it was pretty much first impressions. Since then, I have done a few more tries with this team, and the team is really interesting to play with. They have speed up all the time, they have regens all the time. The leader, if you have him with Striker as a weight, he can flip positive effects into, you can flip negative effects into positive effects on villains and also on Cabal allies, so this is going to be very powerful. And Iron Patriot really increases the amount of damage that we do, and the ultimate of Namor is just so good, and especially together with Nemesis is very powerful, because you are applying slow to the enemies and then you turn rewind them by 50%, which pretty much shuts them down. And because you have speed up and because you have the turn advantage, then your team just takes like 2 turns back to back. Is very good. So this is really great combination of characters, and it's really changing the plan for Dark Dimension 6. You kind of still want to use the Black Knight, and you could also use a few hero characters, but we're gonna take a look at the conclusion of the video and see why maybe not. Okay, so Lady Deathstrike here, she's very cheap. She's also tech, which is fine, because tech we actually don't have a lot of options for the other nodes, and because also tech, the characters we have for tech like Vulture, Lady Deathstrike and so on, they are quite cheap. So you can see the turn rewind combination of Lady Deathstrike plus Namor, it completely shut down the enemies, and you can pretty much do whatever you want with them. And you can see that we have defense up. This defense up was given by the leader, and we also have the speed up on the other characters, and we also have some offense ups as well. So this is definitely a very powerful combo. Multiple turn rewinds. Then we have the stun also from Iron Patriot, which is on a decent cooldown, and you can see the damage from Namor. This is a Namor with Isolate Blue level 4. It's not Isolate Blue level 5. None of these characters, apart from Nemesis, have Isolate Blue level 5, and they are absolutely shredding the enemies in Dark Dimension 6. These characters, the Iron Patriot and the leader, are 3 yellow stars, 3 red stars, and they are doing just fine. And they are all level 95. It's not like they are inflated because of level 100 or anything like that. So this performance is really impressive, really impressive. And it's really making me change the plans that I have for Dark Dimension. Now, with the leader, he also provides energy to the Cabal in Dark Dimension, and that's going to allow you to use the Namor of the ultimate of Namor almost back to back. So you turn rewind them by 50%, and then when they are about to having another turn, you turn rewind them again by 50%. On top of the turn rewind from Lady Deathstrike. This team is really absurd, and I'm really considering using this team for a global, once again because it's so cheap, and because these characters have some value in other game modes like Alliance Wars and Cosmic Crucible. So it's really on one of the top choices. Now we can talk already about the Black Knight, and why maybe you should not consider taking Black Knight. The problem with Black Knight is that he requires dark promotion credits. Now, his skill is not super expensive, which is fine, but he is dark promotion credits, and we don't know for sure how it's going to be farmable. Now, based on the experience we have with Quicksilver and also with Spider-Man Big Time, it seems like they are going to make Black Knight farmable, maybe within 9 months or so, or maybe even up to a year. But he still requires the dark promo credits. If you are free to play, that's a very limiting option, and this is why I never recommend Quicksilver for Dark Dimension, because not only is very expensive, not only is Mystic, but is also dark promotion credits, right? Dark diamond credits. So based on all of these, it really depends. If you are a whale, if you are a Kraken, it's not going to be a problem for you. You can take Black Knight for sure. But if you are free to play, if you are a light spender, Black Knight, while it's a decent option, it might not be the best option because of the situation we get ourselves in. So as you guys can see, the team is performing very, very well, and we are shredding to these nodes without any problem. And like I said, we were doing this live, not even without practice or anything, and it was going very, very well. So in conclusion, Cabal for global, 100% yes. And all the haters in the comments, it seems like I was right and you guys were wrong, but that's fine. It just comes from the experience of playing this game for a very long time, and it's definitely going to open a lot of possibilities. We still have some good Euro global characters that you could take, for example, Nightcrawler or Tigre, or as I said, the Black Knight and so on. Those characters are still fine, though they can still be options. It's gonna end up, you just have to end up and decide what you're gonna prioritize, right? Nightcrawler is also good for raids. Namor is more for Alliance Wars and Cosmic Crucible. Nightcrawler is also nice for Cosmic Crucible as well, and you can use also Nightcrawler in Arena if you face enough teams for that to take advantage of. So at the end of the day, it's good to have options, and we have a very good option with all these villain characters, with the Cabal and so on. So keep that in mind. And make sure you prepare for the buying all the uniques. I already started buying the uniques for Namor. It's still gonna take a while, and like some content creator says, the best characters in Marvel Strike Force still have not been released or still have not been reworked, so keep that in mind, but at least have this in mind going forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.